Do you normally start January with an extra layer of belly fat? Well, in this video I'm breaking down and I'm ranking 5 genius hacks to avoid fat gain in December from some of YouTube's biggest fitness voices, so you can get lean without the gym bro routine. Alright, first up, we've got Eric the Electric. But we've got to make sure we're using what actually works and we're ditching the fluff. So here's how we're going to rank today's hacks. Category 1, undeniable winners. These hacks deliver results for everyone. Category 2, use with caution. These can work, but if you don't get them right, they can backfire. And Category 3, hit or miss. Hacks in this category work great for some, but not at all for others. So what has Eric been up to?
Eric, why are you trying to burn 10,000 calories in 24 hours? Well, let's just be honest here, everyone. It's not a secret anymore. I certainly know my way around food, and I certainly know how to eat lots of calories.
Well, true to Eric's style, he's taking on a wild mega-calorie challenge. Now, you might not go this extreme over the holidays, but let's be real, this is just a more extreme version of what a lot of us do with that holiday feasting. So how is Eric going to tackle this over-the-top eating? By trying to burn it all off, of course.
Here we go. All right, everybody, well, we're about 25 miles in.
So my why with anything that I do in life is because it pushes me, it challenges me to be better.
So Eric challenged himself with 16 miles of running, then over 100 miles of cycling, and finished it with an epic hike. Eric is going all out to prove that yes, it is possible, but extremely tough to out-train a bad diet. And he did actually burn over 10,000 calories in just over 17 hours tackling this challenge. So how can we translate this epic effort into a practical holiday strategy that we can use? Well, first off, ditch that food guilt. And let's actually put those calories to good use using strength training. Now sure, not every extra calorie is going to magically build muscle, but they can absolutely fuel you to push your limits, go harder, and set some personal records. So here's a post-feast 300 protocol I use with my clients. Start off with 300 push reps, and simply cycle through any exercises that target the chest, triceps, and shoulders. Whether it's 10 sets of 30 reps on one exercise, or 30 reps across 10 different exercises, it doesn't matter. Just get the 300 reps done, and make sure you're taking those pushing muscles to absolute failure. Then it's on to 300 pull reps. So now we hit your back and biceps with the same approach, and then 300 lower body reps. Even bodyweight squats will feel brutal by the end. So choose your starting weights wisely and grind out those 300 reps. And then finish with 300 calories of cardio. This can be anything, an outdoor run, a cycle, the rowing machine, whatever you want, just get in those 300 calories and feel the burn. Epic training sessions can be an awesome approach because you can put those extra calories to good work to build strength and endurance. But you've got to be careful because there's a fine line. This can quickly turn into a binge and burn cycle of that guilt-driven punishment. And that's why this extreme calorie burn, it belongs in the use with caution tier. Next up, we've got Dr. Weston Childs, and he's got a smart way to hack your appetite. So what's his go-to to keep holiday overeating in check?
Last up is glucomannan. Now, I really like glucomannan. So what's happening is glucomannan is what we call a viscous fiber. So it's a fiber that you consume in a capsule form or a powder. When it interacts with water, it expands. And it expands and turns into like this gelatinous goo or gelatinous type of gel.
Alright, it sounds a bit weird, but here's the deal. It's basically preloading your stomach with a gel before a big meal. And this has a double benefit. One, physical fullness. Your stomach's stretch receptors send signals to your brain saying, we're full, not much room left, making you feel satisfied sooner. And two, carb control. The gel actually slows down carb absorption, reducing insulin response and blood sugar spikes. Now, this is a great hack when you're facing those carb-heavy meals. So on big meal days, you can experiment with taking glucomannan 15 to 20 minutes before your meal. Just make sure to drink it down with at least 1 cup of water. But remember, appetite suppressants are not a long-term fix. If you start leaning on these tricks too much, you might struggle when you're traveling or you can't access them. So I tell my clients to use glucomannan as sort of an emergency kit. Just use it when you need it the most. And if you want to add more options to physically fill you up, stick to these trusted methods. Carbonated water or 0-calorie soda, raw or steamed veggies, vegetable broths or soups, lean protein, or even better, super low-calorie delicious ice creams. Just like my 243-calorie birthday cake batter ice cream recipe that will keep you full for hours, which you can find here in my free do-it-yourself program linked below. 60 ways in 60 days to get lean without the gym bro routine. Or if you're ready to guarantee your results and work with me one-to-one, go to my website below. Physical appetite suppression is a tricky one because hyperpalatable foods like pie are packed with fat and sugar, and this totally overrides our brain's natural appetite signals, no matter how full we are. So our brain doesn't stand a chance at self-control around these ultra delicious calorie-dense treats. And for this reason, physical appetite suppression is got to go in the hit or miss category. Now we've got Adam Frater, and this guy is shredded 365 days a year. So what's his secret?
Burn fat, build muscle, and overall get shredded, and it's only gonna take you 10 minutes a day.
I don't know about you, but I'm in. But wait, what's this about the morning?
Now, everybody can spare those 10 minutes. Either wake up 10 minutes earlier, either stop playing around on your phone for 10 minutes in the morning.
He's got a point. The biggest excuse for not working out? I don't have time. But Adam just called it out. We all have 10 minutes. We just have to get real. We're all way more consistent when we get things done early. So what's Adam's 10-minute plan? Before excuses start piling up through the day.
Twist, punch across. Again, back goes down, we're twisting. This is again, working core, working obliques. So after that last exercise you did,
Oh, come on, dude, not you too. Why do these quick workouts from online fitness influencers always turn out to be these random bodyweight movements? Let's be clear, crunch punching or plank hip touches are not going to build muscle. And you know, they do not train like this themselves. So here's a real 10-minute workout you can use to fire up your muscles, with an actual focus on proximity to muscular failure. So you actually stimulate change because the target muscle is failing. And here's an example 10-minute morning muscle fire-up session. Start by pre-exhausting your biceps with slow eccentric concentration curls. Really focus on controlling that lowering phase for maximum tension in your biceps. Then go on to supinated bent over rows. Keep your back flat and keep your elbows in close to your body, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Then go on to a dumbbell pullover. Focus on keeping that slight bend in your elbows, engaging your lats and avoiding flaring your ribs. And finish with a renegade row. Keep your hips stable and resist any rotation while rowing. And in just 10 minutes, you've fried your back and biceps. No crunch punching needed. Daily morning movement, absolute game changer. Getting the out of bed workout in is hands down the best way to start your day right, as long as you're doing something effective, Adam. So this one is definitely going into the undeniable winner tier. And if you're new here, my name is Tim. I'm a food scientist and personal trainer, now based in Austin, Texas. I specialize in helping guys hit 10% body fat without letting fitness take over their life. So subscribe for more, or if you're interested in one-to-one coaching from me, go to my website. Now we've got another doctor stepping in, Dr. Kevin Stock, and he's got a wild hack for getting jacked and lean.
I ate just 3 foods over the last 2 years.
Yep, you heard that right. I'm not sure whether to be impressed or concerned.
And these 3 foods caused me to gain 35 pounds over the course of the first 18 months. But then in the last 6 months, eating the same 3 foods, I lost 32 pounds. And so the net result after this 2-year experiment was I gained just a few pounds. But I think you'll agree that my body actually changed quite significantly.
Alright, so he ran a 2-year experiment on himself. And let's give it to him, that is a seriously awesome transformation. And his 3 foods: beef, raw milk, and eggs. He was putting away over 200 grams of protein daily, with 150 to 200 grams of fat, and keeping his carbohydrates under 30 grams. So yeah, we're talking keto the whole way through the 2 years. But here's the thing, his results, they show that it's all about calorie control. He was carnivore through the bulk and through the cut. But he's onto something here. A lot of people find carnivore a super effective way to simplify nutrition and curb hunger and cravings. But the big issue is just fitting it into a lifestyle. So here's how to make the approach work for you over the holidays. Some of my clients actually go carnivore from mid-November all the way through to January 1st, with full feast days sprinkled in on Thanksgiving, Christmas, and any other celebration days they have through that period. But why do this 6-week modified carnivore through the holidays? 1, it simplifies nutrition. The holiday period is chaotic with treats and snacks everywhere. So removing decision fatigue and sticking to just beef, milk, and eggs makes staying on track super easy. 2, it reduces inflammation. Clients often report major reductions in inflammation all over their body, but especially in their gut, making it a great reset for this time of year to feel your best. 3, boost fat metabolism. Your mitochondria get better at using fat as a fuel source, which means your body runs more efficiently while fasted, and it taps into body fat more easily. This 6-week modified carnivore approach, it can be a solid tactic over the holidays, but you've got to track your intake, because without carbs to bulk up your meals, it's easy to overshoot your calories and gain even more fat than usual. So with that in mind, this one's landing in the hit or miss tier. You've got to track this one carefully every single day for it to work. Alright, now it's my turn. After a big feast day, we can handle something a little bit more intense. Most of us know the 16-8 intermittent fasting method, but alternate day fasting takes it up a notch. With ADF, you basically fast the day after a feast, making it perfect for those packed weeks with back-to-back holiday events so you can feast without the fat gain. But ADF is not about 0 calories on fasting days. The most common variation of ADF allows up to 500 calories on fasting days, and there's a good reason for that. Studies show people are way more consistent with ADF if they get a small calorie buffer rather than going all the way down to 0. ADF also has a major advantage over typical calorie restriction. The data shows it does not trigger that compensatory hunger that we get with normal daily calorie restriction, where your body sends signals to force you to make up for those missed calories. Plus, the research shows you'll preserve all of your muscle mass if you stick to just one day at a time. Because even on those low calorie days, you've got enough essential amino acids left over from feasting on protein the day before. So here's a step-by-step plan to navigate those 500 calorie ADF days. 1. You've got to keep your blood sugar stable. Avoid sugar spikes and crashes from those 500 calories. So choose food like soups or salads with lean protein to keep energy steady and hunger in check. 2. Hydrate. Fasting can make you forget to drink, but obviously hydration is a non-negotiable. So be sure to get enough water and electrolytes to avoid the brain fog and headaches. 3. Stay busy. Fasting days are not for lounging around and doing nothing. Move throughout the day to keep yourself occupied and distract yourself from food. You're loaded with energy from yesterday's feast, so staying active is key. ADF, it does an awesome job of balancing things out after a feast day. But if you're not careful, it can turn into that guilt reward cycle fast. That's why even though it's a super effective tool, it comes with risks. So even though it works, it's definitely going in the use with caution tier. And for more coaching tips, watch my video here.